Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today, and I am sharing a scrapbook layout for Kitaholic Kits. And today I want to show you how there are no stuff ups in scrapbooking. You can simply create in a different, sometimes more challenging way. So with this page I had cut this cut file and it had cut incorrectly. So my mat was wearing out, and what had happened was it slipped during the cutting and it missed half the bottom of the cut file. So as you can see, what I've done is I've salvaged part of the cut file that did cut correctly, trimmed it around the outside, added a little bit of colour mounted on the back, and then I'm going to create with this page. So you can see I've picked 3 photos down the bottom, and they are in 3x4 size. I've mounted them on some of the elements from this month's kit, and what I'm going to use is the packaging technique in the background to add some of the Lindy Stamp Gang Magicals shaker, just to add that little bit extra colour. So I'm combining the pink and the yellow to get this orange sort of colour, and that for me is more, not more, but easier for me to use on a boys layout. So as you can see, I mostly scrap my boys, and you know, with collections that are full of lots of florals and pinks, and I find it a little bit more challenging, but in this case it's actually not so bad because it's mostly rainbow. So when you have this rainbow color palette, you can incorporate some of those pinks and the orange and the yellow without ending up with a layout that's too feminine. So I really like how this one came together, and I've certainly this month with the kits created with a lot of white backgrounds. I think in the previous kits I've tried to use the papers that come with the collection as background pages, but I've decided that I actually really prefer a layout with a white background. So in this case, that's what I've actually done, is I've started with a white background, embellished accordingly, but still included lots of elements from the collection that helped me to create a page that I really love. Now, as I've been waffling along there, you can see that I have actually added some florals. I've added a banner, one of the flare buttons, a couple of butterflies. Nothing too technical or tricky. It's more just now about embellishing. And when I'm thinking about embellishing, I'm also thinking about sort of white space and, you know, the triangle. So I'm looking at keeping a quarter, because your triangle makes up 3/4 and then your quarter is your white space. So that's sort of in my head how I'm thinking about a layout when I'm putting it together. The final thing I'm going to go ahead and do here is add the title mounted on some foam strips, and that's going to help just bring it up off the page, and then I'm done. So thank you heaps for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out Kitaholic Kits, and of course if you haven't already, make sure that you've subscribed.